Moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. At about 1/4 the diameter of the Earth, it is the largest natural satellite in the solar system relative to the size of its planet, the fifth largest satellite in the solar system overall, and is larger than any known dwarf planet. Earth's moon is the fifth largest moon in the solar system. The moon's mean radius is 1079.6 miles. Double those figures to get its diameter, 2159.2 miles, less than one-third the width of Earth. The moon's equatorial circumference is 6783.5 miles. The moon has a smaller gravitational field strength. On the moon, the gravitational force is 1.6 newtons per kg. In other words, a 1 kilogram mass has a weight on the moon of 1.6 newtons. The three primary gases in the lunar atmosphere are neon, helium, and hydrogen in roughly equal amounts. Small amounts of methane, carbon dioxide, ammonia, and water were also detected. In addition, argon-40 was detected, and its abundance increased at times of high seismic activity. The rhythm of the phases of the moon has guided humanity for millennia. For instance, calendar months are roughly equal to the time it takes to go from one full moon to the next, but the moon's orbit and phases can seem mysterious. For example, the moon always shows us the same face, but it's always changing size, as how much of it we see depends on the moon's position in relation to the Earth and the Sun. There are various theories about how the moon was created, but recent evidence indicates it formed when a huge collision tore off a chunk of the primitive molten Earth, sending the raw ingredients for the moon into orbit. Scientists have suggested that the impacting object was likely about 10% of the mass of Earth and about the size of Mars. Because Earth and the moon are so similar in composition, researchers have concluded that the impact must have occurred about 95 million years after the formation of the solar system, give or take 32 million years. For reference, the solar system is roughly 4.6 billion. Some ancient communities believed that the moon was a bowl of fire, while others thought it was a mirror that reflected Earth's lands and seas. But ancient Greek philosophers knew the moon was a sphere orbiting the Earth, whose moonlight reflected sunlight. The ancient Greeks believed the dark areas of the moon were seas, while the bright regions were land, which influenced the current names for those places, Maria and Terrae, Latin for seas and lands respectively. The Renaissance astronomer Galileo Galilei was the first to use a telescope to make scientific observations of the moon, describing in 1609 a rough, mountainous surface that was quite different from the popular beliefs of his day that the moon was smooth. The United States sent astronauts to the moon's orbit and surface in the 1960s and 70s. The first crewed mission to the moon was in 1968 when the Apollo 8 astronauts orbited it. In 1969, Apollo 11 landed the first astronauts on the moon, followed by 5 more successful surface missions and one, Apollo 13, that didn't make it to the moon but returned home safely. The moon remains the only extraterrestrial body that humans have ever visited. The Apollo program's efforts returned 842 pounds or 382 kg of rocks and soil to Earth for study. Scientists continue to study the rocks and have made new discoveries as technology has improved. For example, in 2013, water was found in samples from Apollo 15, 16, and 17. An interesting find, given that previous analysis showed that these rocks were quite dry. The Soviets also deployed the first robotic lunar rover called Lunokhod-1 just 2 months later. Lunokhod-2, which deployed in 1973, set an off-world distance driving record for more than 40 years until NASA's long-running but now defunct Mars Opportunity rover mission surpassed it in 2014 after several years of driving. Since then, a host of other government space agencies have also joined the moon rush, including Japan, the European Space Agency, China, India, and Israel. China is the only one of those countries to successfully operate on the surface of Mars. Landers sent by the latter two nations crash landed. Among other countries, Russia, Japan, and the United Arab Emirates are discussing future moon missions. Meanwhile, in 2019, the administration led by President Donald Trump announced that it was directing NASA to work on returning humans to the moon by 2024. This initiative, dubbed the Artemis program, would rely on commercial and international partners to support a sustainable crewed exploration program powered by NASA's heavy lift rocket, the Space Launch System. Humanity's interest in the heavens has been universal and enduring. Humans are driven to explore the unknown, discover new worlds, push the boundaries of our scientific and technical limits, and then push further. The intangible desire to explore and challenge the boundaries of what we know and where we have been has provided benefits to our society for centuries. Human space exploration helps to address fundamental questions about our place in the universe and the history of our solar system. Through addressing the challenges related to human space exploration and expand technology, create new industries, and help to foster a peaceful connection with other nations. Curiosity and exploration are vital to the human spirit, and accepting the challenge of going deeper into space will invite the citizens of the world today and the generations of tomorrow to join this exciting journey.